Are we or are we not for one each other? Coming to you at 700 hours, 55 minutes. It is Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. Time cancel for the young men and women, my brothers and sisters. Grand Rising. Have a great day. Get out the day with an open and clear mind. And you know what? I wish sometimes I can find it in my heart to forget. I want to know how it feels to be a person of my race that go around people that I know that hate me. And but I see the beauty in where I'm at. I see the beauty in where I live, and I see the beauty in me. But I want to know how it feels to say F everybody for one day. Not in a disrespectful way, even my family sometimes. Even the people I talk to, people I get to know, even the lady I'm trying to get to know or court or engage myself with. I want to know how to say F you. Because I know in times and I watch people, they're doing it to me, but then that's how I know I'm different. I have something in me that don't allow me to hate you. In America, we call it patriotism. What is patriotism? If you look at the Patriot Act, it's to defend against foreign and domestic anything that comes against the American way. So the American way is we were told to go to school, get an education, well, get a institution, get a higher learning, buy a house, live the life. Don't don't raise a family, have a house, do all these great things. But is that's not the American way. So far, the American way to me was come against people, discriminate, be biased, be prejudiced, get along, get with people where you can get ahead. Don't matter what they do, they can hurt kids and beat women and go against men. And other race people will have a better outcome because we practice patriotism. And you can have everything we have. But if you don't do a certain thing a certain way, you don't make it to a certain place. And if you don't look a certain way, you're not garnished as the person of today. Patriotism. And I came to an understanding our patriotism is full of hatredism. It's full of hatred. So add the tism. Patriotism. See, I put tism because usually isms and ish usually is to be as or to become or to join. So why I say that, we have joined airwaves, the same talks. I'm not done doing the name dropping and call out series or finding the elites. I learned that my race can be an elitist. He can be or she can be the one to just keep destroying our race. I noticed over the past, my brothers and sisters, we never called out our sisters, but man, even our brothers attack our brothers because of what? This great thing in the middle of a woman body, whether it's good or bad, or if she has any real capital, she has any real substance. Because the first capital you should learn in the business world, which all these people that got business and everything, is yourself. That's why I wish sometimes I can say F everybody and just, I have a focus, but have a real focus to get where I need to go. A lot of people have that because they do that. You know that more hatred you have, the farther you go. And I don't want to hear nobody with these religions. Yes, right. The more hatred, the more conforming, the more of you're not, the farther you go. That's patriotism turned into, which it already was, hashtag patriotism. So do you realize that? You can't really go far until you hate. And I ask people this. They do all this talking. I say, do something honestly. For a woman, don't get naked. If you stand for something, say that while you're doing it. If you are about something, do that while you're getting to where you're getting. But you know you won't. A racist told me this. If you say less of black power, you will get farther. He said, you will probably be richer than all the black men that I see that are rich. I said, why is that? He said, in the fucking world, the real world, your fucking black power don't mean shit to nobody, to no one. He said, even the black power people don't use black power. He said, you don't know their religion, you don't know their creed, and you don't know their preference. You get way farther. He said the only reason the gay people said it, because they get fired. That broke them out of there. They are stuck though. They didn't, he said they didn't get it without that. He said they got it because they said they're gay. And the gay guy, the racist said, gay people are going to get farther than a lot of other people because they're gay. Because he said everybody in the world is gay. He said he hate that. He said, I'm great, but I want somebody to know this. And I know you will hear it because he listened to me. He said, you have your talks, but you also can see other things beyond just saying, man, I run a business. I focus hard. That's not the only thing. He said, I got my business because I was white. He said, I hired white people first. He said, I only hired a black person when they had a substantial difference on their references. Or they didn't have a reference. He said, I looked at their experience. And he said, that didn't even matter to him. He said he didn't care about that. He said what he looked for was how much can this black person bring me capital? Hashtag sports. Because he said, my worth, he said, I don't give a fuck about you niggers. He looked at me and I said, say what you gonna say, because we already concluded you're racist. And we started laughing. I said, I'm not offended. I said, in your racism, you just gave me the whole platform of a patriotism. At the time I called it, I think patriotism or the American way. And he kept going. I said, no, keep going. So he said, you think I said, no. I said, sir, I'm calling you sir, not because of respect, because that's the etiquette that I have. Keep saying it how you, I said, say it your way. I'm going to close my hair to every nigger and every, because right now you already told me you was racist, right? If he was racist, and think about this, he's racist and he keep talking to me. If I had a problem, shouldn't I have walked away long ago? And shouldn't he stop talking long ago if it really cared that much? But at this moment, he didn't give a damn because I wanted to hear the racist vent truth. Because when they vent their truth. That's why it's called hashtag my truth. I could think you a hateful person, but you can really not be. You was just hateful towards me. And there's a difference in the hatriotism I talk about. Ooh. Ooh. One moment. See, there's a difference in the hatriotism I talk about. Because this hatriotism was giving me truth, facts, truths. That was my truth. That was his truth, so it was my truth. If he was talking in the first person, that's his truth. It's called my truth. So I had to learn from him. So let me move on. He said, I said, say it. I said, say it. Say I'm not here. Say you hate me. But still give me your truth, because I want to know. He said, you niggers. And he said, I'm not going to say the word because I'm talking to you and I'm giving you, and I'm talking. I said, okay, you black people, people of color. He said, even the Arabics and the Muslims. He said, those Muslims and them Jewish guys, he laughed. He said he laughed at when he talked about Jewish. He said, we stole the fucking Jews. We're the fucking Jews. He said, we are so fucked up too. That's why we use every drugs as you do. We can't come too because we are confused. We're part of the devil order. We change things on purpose. That went weird, and he said that, but then he got back to his patriotism. He said, I only hire black people and people of color because they make me more money. You see, my white brethren, Don't work hard. I told these mother truckers, he said, the motherfuckers, we got to get this done. These motherfuckers, see, he say the white men and the white women, he say the black women that he met, he said, them dumbass black women, them fucking niggerlets and them little bitches and hoes and them little sluts. I used to get my dick sucked. I would grab one of their heads and make her fall on my little cock. That's how he talked. Now, you think I'm making this up? Better make it up. I'm verbatim in what he was saying. I'm actually cleaning it up. He said I used to piss on him. One day, I wanted to shit on one, but I didn't do it because I'm not into that. But he said if I was, I could have did anything I want with these. They thought I was giving them money. He said, my uncle said this. He said it a different way, but I love the way my uncle. He said they giving them chump change. He said that's lunch money to these white dudes. He said pay their rent. He paid their rent $600. She a hooking, sucking, sloppy good like it ain't no tomorrow. See, that's the stuff that we don't want to talk about. See, the stuff that our race women will allow other race men to do, like drink their pee on them, and then want to call us out. From day one, mankind been fucking animals and touching little kids. There's a whole history of a race, and we did nothing about it. There's no punishment for touching a kid. Oh, death is punishment. Oh, beating them is, there is no punishment. He had his pleasures and fun already. You think a person by then, after they did all of their fun and did all that, you think they truly care about what happens? See, and that's the stuff I laugh about. That's why I say I wish I didn't care. See, you got to understand the things I say is for a reason. And you think those people care? Come on now, we got to be real. You think they really care? So you think after I killed somebody that killed someone, or I did it, or even you think you care? Think about it. You killed someone. You took a life. You know what it is? You scared to get a disease, so you took a shot that you didn't know nothing about. But you talk about you scared of dying? Yeah, okay. You driving the car every day, fast as hell, when you shouldn't, but you worry about dying. You use drugs, you don't know nothing of drugs. You smoke weed, you do heroin, you do crack, you drink alcohol, you destroy your body. You have sex with multiple people without protection. You don't even get tested. You don't even do the proper things for your body. But you worried about dying? Yeah, that's normal to you. Just as people say there is no miracle. Man, a baby born. You know how a baby is born? You alive right now. I'm not talking about just breathing. I'm just saying alive. You're alive. You got life. But that's not a miracle. It's not enough for you. So as he was saying, I do this overall because you niggas make us money. You make us money. Black women bragging about, oh, I work with this Fortune, ain't no black men company. Ain't no black men this. You work for the same people. Just as when they get married. I try to explain to a dude, if you take a Candace Owen or a Kristen Harrison and she hate black men and get with a white man, don't you think that white men hate black women? And her platform is to hate black men. What do you think their husband are? Hateful of black men. Duh. Camilla Harris. Duh. And then we just the men that's with a black woman. All the powerful men. And I forgot Obama. Obama is with an African Descendant woman. Come on, man, we gotta wake up. We are our own killers of ourselves. We became the same evil and the same hatred that we love to hate. See, I say that for a reason, but we still haven't got it. We are our own hatred. White people can end racism, but we can end everything else that they cause. But we won't. Like even think about this. Why on these Kristen Harrisons, these Kevin Samuels, these Black Man Talks, the Cynthia G's, the Nylas, the whoever, Tommy Sotomayor, why won't any of these people talk about loving each other? Okay, diss me, but throw some love in there and say, hold up, brothers. Hold up, sisters. I do this because, yeah, I'm a piece of shit. I hate it. I hate myself, but you can't expect in patriotism, you cannot expect someone to talk about love. You cannot expect someone to bring up good and positive moral ethics and values within our race. You're not going to talk about the, let's say it's not 80% no more of our race people get married. What if it's 74? That's the divorce rate. So we're at the same line of divorce rate, which it sounds funny because we're not the number one married in the first place. We're just the number one married amongst ourselves. Amongst our race, we're the number one married together. You want to know what the percentage? I don't use odd numbers. It's 23. So I'm just going to cap it off at 22. We get married at a 24% rate. But within our race, we get married at a 74% rate. I think that's pretty good. Everybody else is higher because it's more. So if you use numbers in America, you got to say, what's the population? Well, European Caucasian population in America is actually doubled us. We only have a 40, let's say, I don't want to say it's billion. I think it's 46 million. The Caucasian population is 156 million. So they double us. But we get married. But that's why when you do statistics, you got to go by the rates. Every murder per capita, every death, every attack or violent attack per capita is you're using 100 or 100,000 or 1,000. So, and you talk about black on black crime, same things. You got to use the capital. So if we're half of them and we murder each other at the same rate, we're gonna at the end of by Monday, well Sunday to Sunday or Sunday to Monday, however you're gonna do it, we're gonna have the same death toll. But the rate, they are killing more because if their death rate can come out to the same amount as ours, they're killing each other more or they're dying more for other reasons. It's a death rate. I'm not saying what type of death. So until we understand our patriotism, and part of our patriotism is hating ourselves. Overall, we hate ourselves. You can't get back to, you don't know why you love yourself. You hate yourself by degrading your women in your race, degrading your mother, your father, your brother, your aunt. When you pull out a gun and shoot another black man and you're one of the brothers and you're a black man, you're degrading. That's patriotism. And when you're scared to pull up, that's what hatred create fear and afraidness. You're afraid to hurt something that don't look as you because that's hatred. Because you're not building up I'm not saying build up a hatred, but you don't have a love enough to say I can't hurt him, but I'm going to defend what's supposed to be part of me and what look as me. Same for the women. They made the only race to have a movement, pink pill, red pill, whatever you want to call it, that no other one see. It's stupid to say men. I don't want to bring other race men. They are part of the blue pill. But the only race women to have a movement that's against their own race men. They're the only one. You can Google that. You can look that up. You can go search that if you want. And then those same women will have women that's married to our race men, patriotism, and talk to those women. So what are you doing when your husband is at work? Her husband at work. Why is she talking to a group of black women that don't even have a black man? That can't, according to them, they can't even get. You got to think about that. Why would I hang out with a group of black men that don't want to be with black women? Like, you don't see, but like, I don't even listen. I'm using those because we constantly use the same people. One guy got caught cheating and we already warned him that he was full of nothing. But then also don't forget, in the process, he hurt his family, hurt his wife, and the women he cheated with, they were of our race as well. But nobody talked about, now later, we're far enough now to say, let's start talking about why a woman or a man want to help somebody that's married cheat. Those are infidels. Those are the getaway drivers. That's why I made that video. The getaway driver is set free. So now the person that's the infidel that helped the married person cheat can walk around and I might meet her. You know the questions I ask a man or a woman, whether you want to do it. I say, have you ever had sex with a married man or a married woman and why? How do you feel now? How did you get better? And if you cannot have that talk, I don't mess with it. See, one of the most important things on this earth that our women say they learn and other race we're trying to say they learn is our seed. The most important thing on the earth for a black man is who he give his seed to, not how much money he have. The high value of him is how he respects himself. High value is working, providing, protecting his family, not protecting random women that don't give nothing about you. It's your discretion. We got to start telling our sons and daughters that. Can't just attack men because the time changed. Just because you got money, that don't make you a great woman. Shouldn't start off your talks with, can you describe how you are? But me, as I said, I would say I'm sexy. I would say I'm sexy, but that's joking. I'll say, well, I think I have a good heart. And within my good heart, I help people. Why I help people? Because I want to. It's in my heart. I don't ask for a award. I don't seek no, what you call that, props or status quo from it. I just do it. But even as a man, don't start with how much money you have. What is that saying about you? Or you got a BMW, you got a Ferrari, you got a Rolls Royce. That don't say nothing about you. Nothing. I don't know what that's supposed to say about you. I don't know what that's supposed to even be about. But somehow you lead with that. Tell me about who you are. Now you got a Rolls Royce. Tell me about how hard you work. That'll let me know, dang, this man can afford a $70,000 vehicle. What is his job? Why did you want to become that of what you're doing? Now you can't afford that. Why do you have that business? Why do you work at this company? If you're going to at least not know how to describe your personality, character, or attitude, at least describe the kind of work you do. Man, I work for the company where I got to dig holes in the ground all day and measure the toxic level of the water. I was like, man, now that type of man I want to hang out with, or that person. As a woman, I'm caring, I'm loving. Not that I have 2 houses and 5 degrees. What does that mean? So if you want to be a wife or a mother one day for her, what does that mean? She have 2 houses. Like show me what. Even if you say, oh, I can cook, men love that. Right there, you already won the battle. That will garnish more men. If you're gonna say high value, well, the highest value today, man, I can cook. Whoa, you can cook? Can you cook? Can you put something on can you make some big decisions? Come on, but we don't say that. We always lead with the part where we're programmed to lead to. And one more thing, brothers and sisters, we gotta love each other. We gotta learn that if something is not for the black man, what with the words we use, in the black woman, we shouldn't stick with it. I had to learn the hard way, not because it's a Marxist group. The insignia of Black Lives Matter is great because I'm black. That's the insignia. And you can get almost out of the 46 million black people, probably gonna get 30 million black people to stand by it because of the insignia. Because the insignia, if you're in the military, it's a rank you get on your shirt because you earned it. I earned my blackness, regardless if I wanted to or not. The trials, tribulations, and the struggles with my testimony, I earned my blackness. But the part where the movement start, it's crazy. I had to read the mission statement and I had to watch the movement. The movement is not for black men. The pink pill is not for black men. The blue pill is not for black women. The go your own way, MGTOW, is not for black women. Why are we in those groups? Why are we producing those groups if you so-called love your race? Wait, I said if you so-called love your race. You have not, for me to be the most hateful black woman, I keep telling because I speak truth about abortion, about black men killing each other. There's no such statistics. I'm the one that actually care. You ever walk up to a young brother, young man, young black man and say, what are your goals and dreams? I do. I don't know why I do that. It's in my spirit. And then he tells me, and I say, not a dish, I love it, what you're gonna do, but where's your market? What's your type? So if you wanna be a rapper, let's go with the things we shouldn't even talk about. We should be saying, man, be a lawyer or be a stockbroker or get some property, but that's later because he don't even know the basics of how to be a man. He don't know the basics of even how to market his rap. So why would I start at the top with this young man? And then like, damn, He was me one day. I didn't know nothing, even though I seen everything. I knew nothing and seen everything. So now when somebody asks me, do you think you know everything? I say, I know some things. I know some things enough to get me where I need to go till I get to the part where I need to be. And so, but if I understand that, say, hey man, what kind of rap you do? Let me hear something. What kind of genre? Who is your audience? And he said, I never thought about that. But you know why he thought about it now? Because it took one of us to let us know, come on, here's some information that I didn't know when I was younger. Because one of the most important things you can tell an African descendant man and African descendant woman, quote unquote, black, indigenous, is you could give them information that you didn't have that you have learned. Not buy them Gucci, not buy them the racist people clothing, not buy the stuff that's only designed to keep us in chains and enslaved, shadow slavery and physical and mental. Now we have spiritual slavery, but I ain't gonna get into that one until we give that information. So if you hate your race so much, or you can hate me. You a black man or a black woman, hate me. I don't give a damn, because I'm probably never going to meet you, but you're gonna come across a black woman and young black man that's gonna watch you. Give them, instead of be so hatred, be so as that racist man. Give me information I kind of knew, but I wanted to hear the true story to it. Is that really true? In my mind, I want to know. I'm gonna let him. He let me, so I was quiet. And start listening to them. Start hearing what, if you got sons and daughters, especially single mothers, listen to your sons. I'm sorry. A woman, we already know, can't raise a man, but you can show them how to be a respectable man. And a man, you can't raise a woman, but show your daughter better. But until we do better and show better, we not going nowhere. So what I say unto one, I say unto all, it's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. I hope today this marks a new revolution, a new era of ERA, not ERROR. Selah, my brothers and sisters, have a great day.